Hello everyone, my name is Brendan Snyder. Thank you so much for joining me and welcome to another episode of Rock T-Shirt Hall of Fame. Entry number 9, The Police, Ghost in the Machine. So this shirt here, it feels good, it looks good, and that's one of the key things here is that, listening to our favorite bands is always going to be paramount, but good music is always enhanced by great band logos, graphics, and album art. So for this particular video series, I'm going to be counting down the top 10 greatest rock t-shirts of all time as part of the Rock T-Shirt Hall of Fame from SocieTees. And they feature all officially licensed merchandise by American Classics. And with this video here, you too can join the society of like-minded individuals like me, starting with this shirt. And so, as I said, coming in at number 9, we've got The Police and Ghost in the Machine. And jumping back just a bit here, the band itself formed in 1977 as part of the emerging new wave scene, and they did something a little different that other bands weren't doing. They mixed the rock influences with punk, reggae, and jazz, really setting themselves apart so that in just a few years' time, they were one of the biggest bands around. And with the release of their 4th studio album in 1981, they certainly showed no signs of stopping. And so the new album itself, which is Ghost in the Machine, this one that I'm holding up here, was their first English titled album. Their previous albums, 1978's Outlandish D'Amour, was non-English titled, as well as the next one, Regata de Blanc in 1979, and Zenyatta Mandata from 1980. So this one here, Ghost in the Machine, was certainly something different and set it apart as from all the others. And with the immediate success of this thing, it just shot up the charts and spawned hits like Spirits in the Material World, Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic, and Demolition Man. And it just really set out to create a spectacular tour because each night they were performing no less than 6 songs from this album during their 100-day worldwide tour, and ultimately just helping to propel this album itself to triple platinum. And so I want to talk a little bit about the album art itself before we get to the t-shirt. And so they were unable to decide on a band photo, and I just want to hold these up again to show you. Each of the previous ones had band photos on it, and so unable to decide on that, they hired Mick Haggerty to create a graphic that depicted the heads of each band member and their distinctive hairstyles. So each one of these here is actually meant to be one of the band members with their distinctive hairstyle. The middle one, having the spiky look like Sting, was really the only one I could ever pick out from that, but that was the intent of it at least. But I think that with that modern feel to it, it really helped kicking off the new era in the 1980s. And so this shirt here that we're going to talk about, the raglan style shirt, what does it really mean? What does the raglan mean? And I had to look into this, but I found it to be very interesting, the origins of this, which date all the way back to the Battle of Waterloo in 1815. And so the style is characterized by having the sleeve itself go all the way up to the collar rather than ending at the shoulder. And so that's a characteristic of this. And it was something that was done by Lord Raglan, which is where the name comes from. He had a coat made like this in order to prevent, or provide, I should say, unrestricted movement during battle. And so the fashion statement has lived on to this day, most notably in baseball jerseys. I think the shirt now itself is mostly associated with that, and it's one of the reasons that we all love it so much, that connection of sports and music together. But it provides the same unrestricted movement for sports players as it once did for people in battle. And additionally, the shirt is also defined by its 3/4 length sleeve on it, generally being a different color from the rest of the shirt. So this one here being, a cotton blend, and it's got the crew neck on it. The body of the shirt itself is actually a black heather appearance, with the sleeves being a gray heather, a charcoal. And I think it really sets off a nice contrast, something that makes this shirt feel even more unique than the typical shirt that's out there. But in difference to the album cover itself, they actually do use a band photo on the cover of this thing here. And I don't know, perhaps it's the band photo that they would have used if they could have all have agreed upon it, but of course they didn't, so they went with the graphic design for the album cover. But they do carry over that graphic down here in the 81-82 to tour itself. So they do carry the theme of that graphic from the album over into this shirt here. And I will say this, that, you know, if the ghost is in the machine, then certainly the devil is in the details, because while it might be a little hard to tell in this video, there is contrast stitching right here across the top of the shirt, and I think that that in and of itself makes this really quite interesting, and certainly a clear choice for it to come in at number 9 in the Rock T-Shirt Hall of Fame. All right, so if you guys are a fan of this shirt like I am, and you want to join the Society of Like-Minded People, then you too can own this shirt by clicking a link that I'll leave in the description below, and it'll take you over to the site, and you can certainly check out this shirt and a whole lot more over there. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Head on over to the SocieTees website, check things out there. Have a great day, take care, and I'll talk to you all real soon. Bye-bye, everyone.